You have $500,000 to spend on a house in Louisiana, and in Lafayette, that buys you a 3,000 square foot almost castle with a pool. In New Orleans, it buys you a 1,400 square foot cottage and a $6,000 insurance bill. Today, we're going to be doing a 2026 market showdown. We're comparing what a $500,000 actually gets you in Lafayette versus Baton Rouge versus New Orleans. We aren't just looking at square footage, we're looking at the hidden monthly payment because thanks to 2026 insurance crisis, the price tag is only half of the story. Hey y'all, I am Drake Abshire, your local real estate expert, and I help you buy the house that fits your budget, not just your loan approval. So let's start with the bang for your buck capital, Lafayette. In Lafayette, $500K is the gateway to luxury. You're talking 2,800 to 3,200 square feet. You're getting 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and likely a brand new construction in Youngsville or a renovated estate in the Saint Streets. So what is the 2026 advantage? Well, crucially, a $500K new build here likely comes with a fortified roof. That means your insurance is going to be closer to that $1,800 a year, which is much more affordable. The monthly math is that your mortgage plus your taxes plus your insurance are looking at about $3,400 a month. You are, in essence, house rich. Some of the vibes and the things that you can get from these homes is suburban luxury. You get a pool, a 2-car garage, a nice sized yard, and really all of those premium features that you're looking for. A common question is, isn't Lafayette boring compared to New Orleans? It's different. You'll trade a walkable jazz clubs for weekend boat trips or private pools. It depends on if you want your entertainment inside your house or really down the street. Now, let's talk about number 2, which would be New Orleans. Now, let's take the same $500K to New Orleans. You are looking at 1,400 to 1,600 square feet, and it's likely a historic shotgun or a condo. It has charm, high ceilings, and walkability, but it also has the NOLA tax. The 2026 reality that people are facing is insurance here can be easily from $6,000 to $9,000 a year if the roof isn't new. Plus, property taxes are significantly higher. So when we do our monthly math, you have the mortgage plus high taxes and high insurance, which can equal up to $4,800 a month. That is a $1,400 a month difference for the same purchase price. A few of the facts are that the cost of living is 28% higher than Lafayette, and insurance really is a very high primary driver of that. The monthly payment gap is really driven by those insurance premiums. They end up being somewhere between that 3 to 4 times higher than in Lafayette. Another common question that I get is, can't I use Act 480 to lower the NOLA insurance? Yes, Act 480 is a lifesaver in New Orleans. By insuring just the loan amount of $450K versus the replacement cost of $700K, you can shave $200 a month off, but it's still double the Lafayette cost. And now let's talk about number 3, which is Baton Rouge. So finally, Baton Rouge here, $500K gets you a solid 2,400 square foot home in a good subdivision like Kenilworth or near LSU. It's the middle ground and you get more space than NOLA, but less luxury than Lafayette. The trade-off that you'll have is the traffic. You might get a nice house, but your commute is likely 30 minutes or maybe even more. In Lafayette, you can get across town in about 15 to 20 minutes. So what is the verdict? If you work remotely, Lafayette wins on value. If you crave city energy, well, NOLA wins that vibe if you can afford the payments. Baton Rouge is for the job-tied commuter. Overall, when we're comparing Baton Rouge to New Orleans, we know that they are seeing stable growth in many of those markets, whereas NOLA is actually starting to see a decline, which is an interesting fact. Now, a common question is, will my household appreciate more in Baton Rouge? Historically, yes, but in 2026, Lafayette's market is steadier. NOLA and Lake Charles are seeing price declines, while Lafayette's values are holding strong. The price tag is the same, but the life you get is totally different. If you want to see exactly what $500K buys you in Lafayette right now, I have a curated list of the best $500K listings, including the ones with pools. Text $500K into the number below. Now, if you do decide on Lafayette, you need to know where to live. Watch this next video, Top Neighborhoods for Young Professionals, to find your perfect spot.